in Finolex Industries is in focus. Prakash Chhabria, Executive Chairman, now joins in from Pune to discuss the numbers in greater detail. This time around, it seems like your bottom line growth of close to 23 crores versus a loss last time has been aided by the other income as well as the Forex loss, which has narrowed in the corresponding quarter. Would you agree?
That's right, because most of these Forex losses are potential losses or gains. It's an MTM, so it does not really reflect whether it's a profit or loss. But it's true, this quarter as compared to last year's quarter was better on the Forex part.
Right. Like to like, your sales are up 8%. How have you done on the EBITDA front, because your margins are stable as well? And would that...
Actually, the EBITDA has gone up by 9% compared to last year's quarter.
Okay. And how do you expect the quarters ahead to be? Would the top line and the EBITDA growth be in this single digit 8 to 10% kind of a growth?
We expect something like that, except as you'll see in the first quarter of this year, the dollar rupee depreciated very fast and a lot. So even though we've been able to pass on the price rises into the market, there will be a time lag between the raw material prices getting absorbed into the profit and loss statement.
So what are you suggesting then? How would that augur for the next couple of quarters, if not the whole year?
Year on year, we will be okay. Quarter to quarter, there might be some up and down, but year on year will be okay.
So can you just run us through what kind of an impact you're going to see on your overall raw material prices? And what I'm trying to find out is whether or not you are going to undertake any further price hikes also in order to cushion the impact of the same.
See, we actually already carried out a close to 10% price hike during the first quarter. And the second quarter usually is a down quarter because of the monsoon. As you know, when it's heavy monsoon, you cannot dig trenches and lay pipes. So having said that, the second quarter traditionally has always been not as good as the first or the third or fourth. So therefore, like I said, if you look at year on year, everything will be great. But if you compare second quarter to the first quarter, or second quarter to the last quarter of last year, then you will see a lot of cyclical ups and downs.
Mr. Chhabria, if indeed there has been a 10% price hike, am I to assume that YoY volumes really haven't expanded? The 10% sales growth we're seeing is because of price hikes?
Absolutely not. Volumes have gone up by 30% compared to last year's first quarter and this year's first quarter.
So how is it that the sales growth is 10% if indeed there is a volume growth and if indeed there is a price hike of 10%?
Because there is always a time lag between what actually goes on. Because, you know, a quarter is 3 months and most of the price increases happen in the last few weeks of the last month of the first quarter. So even though when I say 10% increase, it was not from 1st of April onwards.
So, Mr. Chhabria, can we assume that, you know, the demand has been fairly buoyant for the PVC pipes and that is likely to continue?
Oh, yes, absolutely. We have been growing for the last 10 years in PVC pipes between 15 to 20%, and we hope to continue doing so for the same year, for this year.